how do we register the farmers and collect the information? We do it in different ways, starting from very simple paper and pen kind of model to online registration is also possible. The first thing we notice that whenever we show a laptop or an iPad or any big tech gizmo in front of a rural audience, they usually get a little apprehensive and start pushing back because they want to feel comfortable with you, because all these years we have seen that a lot of people have come from the cities and trying to promise all kind of goodies to the farmers, and it has really not happened. So the first thing we do when we go to a village is don't show any laptops or presentations or demos. It's just a casual conversation, asking them about their key problems, which typically falls into the same 4 or 5 buckets, which is they're not getting good prices, there's a lot of middlemen, and they need to get fetch better prices for the products, challenges in input supplies and things like labor, of course. So what we do is just over a mobile phone or a call, we collect the information, we have them call the call center, and the basic information like name, addresses, and what products they're having, the dates and all can be easily collected even over a phone call. We don't even need any online websites to do that. Even photographs or things which needs to be taken, nowadays every mobile phone has a camera, so it's very easy to capture that phone and send it over as a text or a mobile message itself. So we want to keep the initial data collection very simple and very easy. It can be done by the farmer, or we also have franchisees which are appointing at different places. We also have people called as referrers. A lot of the students who are working with us, or any housewife or anybody who is interested to participate in this project, we feel free to contact us. We can appoint them as referral agents. They are incentivized in case the registration becomes a paid registration later on, but also as a volunteering activity, because the more easily and quickly we get the farmers' data online, the greater the impact it is going to be. We are also tying up with organizations like NGOs and rural grassroots workers who have been working with farmers for the last 30-40 years, so that way they have a good understanding of what the farmers' problems are, and they already have an active database of farmers, so that way it's easy to collect the data in one shot. Besides that, we are also going to be publishing forms in various rural journals or various local language journals and magazines. So that way the farmers typically read these farmers' journals and all, and that way they can get to know what e-farm is, and there will be a form attached to it. They can even write it and send it to us, and we have a back office here which can scan and get the data online as quickly as possible. We will also be putting up our stalls in some of the Krishi Melas, which is basically the farmers exhibition which happens at various points in time in different states. So directly also some of our sales agents and our team would be there to assist the farmers in the initial data collection. Once the data is collected and brought into a database, then we know exactly what are the key milestone dates. So periodically every month we also give them a call. We keep checking on them. They can also update their information. And as we get closer and closer to the milestone dates, typically the harvest dates are when they get little paranoid about it. So we start anticipating it. So at least a month ahead, we start identifying buyers to them. The earlier they do, the better. In fact, we feel that by the time you plant the seed itself, we feel that it should be a planned activity. They should start checking the buyers and making sure whatever they are planting, there should be a buyer for that, and the buyers start buying into the whole harvest and giving an advance and things like that. So that is what we foresee happening. But typically farmers call is just a day before the harvest, so that is we can't deny that. But we are trying to predict and make sure that the earlier they call, the earlier we call them and start matching the buyers, at least the tension period starts coming down. They have more choices. So that's basically the basics of how we collect the data. We also keep renewing the data, keeping it refreshed, so that anybody else searching, whether on the internet or through the call center, they get to see a farmer's data as close maximum within 30 days of being fresh. So that's going to be a target that every data is at least not older than 30 days is going to be the first level of target we're looking at. So one is also a lot of the metrics is also ingrained into the system itself, because when we capture the information, we also know what acreage he is growing, and periodically as he keeps updating the information, we know that from 2 acres he's now growing 4 acres, and earlier he was growing tomato for an acre, and roughly looking at the market prices, he should have got so much money, and now for the same he's now having additional crops, so tomato plus say beans plus say grapes, he's now obviously his income level has gone up. So that way the metrics can be nicely captured without anybody having to go or ask any questions and all that. It should be transparently available so that we can track the progress of the farmer and whether he's doing better and what ways he's improved can be measured in simple economic indicators as well.